Alright, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video for Tower Fantasy. I'm Ventus SGA. What's good? Alright, guys, in this Tower Fantasy guide video, I'm going to show you how to start and complete the quest to repair the dragon statue. Now, forgive me, I don't know the technical name for the quest, but there's a quest that you start in Xi'an Bazaar where you have to complete, or where you have to find all the pieces of this dragon statue that is in the Crouching Tiger Cave to fix the statue, and then by doing that, you get 20 shards of the dragon servant, your red nucleus, and like a couple other rewards. This is a long quest, alright? Because there's a lot you got to do to get all the dragon pieces. I'm going to try to make this video as quickly as possible. Now, I think there's like one, maybe two pieces of the dragon statue that I collected that I didn't know that I was collecting, so I don't have those recorded for, for video or whatever like that, but I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to get those pieces, and I apologize for that, but for the most, like, the important things, I think that I have it recorded, so I can show you how to do that. There's a lot you got to do, and you're going to be working on this for a while, so I did it in one sitting. In that, like, one sitting, I think it took me like maybe 2 hours, 2-ish, 3 hours, and that's because I got hung up on this one part where you got to do this invisible jumpy puzzle that you can't dash, you can't glide, you just have to like jump from invisible ledge to ledge, and that's going to be probably the most difficult part of this quest. Everything else is just go here, do this, go here, do this, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to show you exactly everything to do from point A to point B to start to complete, to finish this quest. Alright, now before I get into that, if you're new here, you've never seen one of my videos before, do me a favor, sub to the channel, turn notifications on, really helps the channel to go, and I'd really appreciate it. And then if this video was helpful to you, come on back to my channel after the video is over and check out some of the other videos that I've made for Tower Fantasy. I've made a lot of guide videos, tutorial videos, helped a lot of people. Now, if you have any questions about anything in Tower Fantasy as you're watching this video, something that I maybe don't go over in this video, let me know down in the comments and I'll try to answer you in reply, or I'll direct you to a video that I've already made. Or if your question is just like that much of a question, I'll make a whole video on your question and then credit you at the video and be like, hey, you wanted to know this, and I'm pretty sure that people want to know this too, so here you go. Alright, so with all that being said, let's get right into this guide. Alright, so firstly, to start the quest, what you want to do is head to the Qianhe Bazaar and then find the NPC called Master Mu, M-A-S-T-E-R space M-O, and then he's going to have you follow him and collect some things all around the bazaar, and then once you collect those things in the bazaar, he's going to have you go on a longer quest where you have to collect some items to repair this dragon statue that is below, and I'll show you how to get there right now. And I know there's an easier way to get there to the statue, but this is like the only way that I know how to get there right now that I can show you. Alright, so I start from here at this Arcanum passageway, and then from this Arcanum passageway I hop on my vehicle and I just travel this way. Alright, so once I get to this little area with this little bridge and this astral monument, you're pretty much already there. I come through here, and then I just cut this right, and then this path right here takes you all the way to the dragon statue. Now, I know this is a roundabout way to get there, and I saw some guy's video earlier when I was trying to get these pieces, and I was stuck on something, and he kind of like flew down from some area to get to this place. I don't know how he did that, so if you do know, just let us know down in the comments, but this is how you get to the dragon statue. This is how I get there. It's my like most reliable way. Alright, so at some point in time, either after you start the quest to repair the statue, or before you've started the quest to repair the statue, at some, whatever the case may be, you're going to have to do this, and this is one of the most time-consuming parts, and that is to activate every Arcanum passageway. There are a bunch of them on the map, and Arcanum passageways are just these things right here. Joltville has set up portals all over to facilitate the transport of materials, but it seems that they are still working out the kinks with the system. Using one before it's fully optimized requires some brainstorming. You must unlock the Arcanum before you can use the transmission function. And basically what these things are, they're just different teleporters, right? You can just go to them in different zones, whatever, like that. Just send those teleport. That's the only like purpose they serve, is to be a teleportation like device. Now, to actually activate these Arcanum passageways, you're going to have to level up your heart statue all the way to level 3. This is it on my map right here. This is where the heart statue is located, and that is level 3. Unlock the Arcanum passageways, and that's how you start to activate these things. But even after you upgrade your statue, your heart statue to level 3 to activate them, they're not automatically going to be activated. You're going to have to go to every individual one and then turn them on. And this is how you turn them on. Alright, so at the arcane and passageways, when you go to one of them, there are going to be like a yin-yang symbol in the middle, and there's going to be a light one, there's going to be a dark one. There are going to be like a bunch of different little podiums around the yin-yang symbols, right? And a lot of them are already going to be activated, they're going to be glowing. That means they're activated, but there are going to be some that are not activated and they're not glowing, and then you're going to have to look behind those podiums to see what their pattern is. So when you step on one of the yin-yang symbols, either a double bar is going to show up or a single long bar is going to show up. The light, the yin-yang symbol or the panel or the button in the yin-yang symbol that is light is going to be for the double bar, and then the dark one is going to be for the long bar. So you look behind the podium and you can see it if there's like a double line, a single line, and a double line. I like to call it that the light, dark, light. Or if there are 3 double lines that you have to activate, I like to call that light, light, light. Or vice versa, if it's 3 dark ones or 3 long lines, it's going to be dark, dark, dark. So that's how you can sort of figure it out and do it really quickly. You're going to have to do that for each and every Arcanum passageway that is on the map. And that is going to be extremely time consuming. So, I mean, like I said, if you want to do this all in one day in one sitting, it's going to be a while. I suggest doing that. Now, the reason why you're activating all of these Arcanum passageways is so that you can unlock one piece of the dragon statue that can only be obtained after you activate all of the Arcanum passageways. So when you activate an Arcanum passageway and you take the teleporter that is replaced by the yin-yang symbols in the middle, it takes you to the location where this dragon statue piece is. Most of the teleporters will, and you can see it right here in my gameplay. This is where the dragon statue piece is. This is probably going to be one of the first pieces that you get. One of the easiest pieces that you can get, just very time consuming. So you unlock all the Arcanum passageways and you get this piece of the dragon statue, and that is only one piece, and there are like 4 or 5 more pieces that you need to get after that. Alright, so when it comes to collecting the other pieces, now once you start the quest, after talking to Master Mo, he's going to ask you to go around the bazaar and collect some things on the ground. You're going to find these little shinies. Once you find all the shinies and you talk to him, that's going to get you one of the first pieces, the dragon horn jade, and that's going to be the left horn of the dragon. So you'll be able to go to the dragon and put that left horn on the dragon. Now when it comes to those other pieces, this is where you're going to have to do a little bit of legwork to get those other pieces. And like I said earlier, if you open up all the Arcanum statues, that's going to get you, I think, the tail. I think the tail is what you get from activating all the Arcanum statues. And then once you have the tail and then you have that left horn, you're going to have to go get the right horn. You got to get a claw, and then you got to get a beard. Alright, so the next item that you're going to probably want to get is going to be sold right here in the bazaar. Now, I don't have the gameplay recorded of me actually purchasing the item, but I can show you where it's at. So you talk to this guy. It's right next to the statue in the bazaar, Jan the Enlightened. You talk to him, and then you can purchase the item from him. So here's the item right here, the Dragon Beard Jade. You can just purchase that from him. Don't know why he has it for sale, knowing that we need to repair the statue, but whatever the case may be, you're going to need 1,800 dominium, and that's a lot of dominium if you just haven't started doing your dominium farming yet. And then how you farm dominium is you come over here to this little store order bulletin board, and then basically you do the bulletin board, and there are going to be a bunch of different things here that you can collect, and then you go to the different item sellers, and then you give them their item, and they give you their item, and then you can take it over here to this pawn shop broker guy, and then you can sell the items to him, and then he gives you the dominium for the items, and you basically are just gonna have to look and see what items there are to go and get, and then how much they're worth, and that's how you farm up your dominium. The best way that I can tell you how to do this to get more dominium is to just advance this statue right here up, because this statue has to do with the bazaar and how much money you get and how much money you can buy things for. So just do that with this statue. Unlock for a 30% increase in selling prices at a Prosperity Pawn Shop and Beast Adoption Shelter. And yeah, the Beast Adoption Shelter, I haven't actually done it yet in my gameplay, but that's another way that you can get dominium. And the Beast Adoption Center is basically right on the edge of the town. Here it is right here on my map. You can see that's the statue, and then here is the Beast Adoption. So you can talk to this guy, and if you have some beasts for sale, you can sell them the beast and get dominium that way. Alright, so the next piece that you're probably going to want to get is the dragon horn jade, right? That is the right horn of the dragon, and that is actually in a cave right beside the dragon horn statue. You do this for a story mission, but if you didn't know this part was here, you probably skipped over it. I didn't know it was there, so I definitely skipped over it. Here's the gameplay of me actually going and doing the story mission, and then going down there and getting the right dragon horn jade. So, you can just go to this cave whenever you want to and go get it. So after you do the story or during the story, doesn't matter when you do it, you go through here, there's a little hole you drop down, and then you can grab that dragon horn jade right. Alright, so I saved the worst for last, and this is going to be the weird jumpy puzzle. Now, I found this thing by, like, accident. I checked the internet, and basically they say that this thing appears, like, randomly. So the area that I'm in right now, I'll just show you on the map. I'm in, Tingyong space, in this little area, this little bridge space right here. So, in this area, you'll see, like, it's kind of, like, invisible. Like, this is, like, the start to the quest, right? So you see this, like, barely, like, visible thing? Like, there's a couple of these around this area, and I think the one that I found that started me on the quest was, like, over here. So you see how this little bridge, I'm on this bridge, and I'm just gonna go past it. Alright, so there is, like, a little, like, pagoda, or, like, a podium sort of thing. Here it is. I don't know why the internet told me this thing spawns randomly, but it looks like this giant cauldron, and you can see, like, the claw as, like, it's just sitting here holographically. So once you interact with this thing for the first time, and again, I'm sorry I don't have this recorded because I didn't know what this was when I was doing it, but you interact with this thing, and it's going to tell you to, like, to follow the leaves, you're going to follow the wind, you're going to follow some light, and you're going to follow, like, some fireflies or something like that, and you follow these all to the location, then it's going to eventually teleport you to the jumpy puzzle. And the jumpy puzzle, well, I can't direct you to that. You're just going to have to figure it out on your own. It's time-consuming, and I hated every part of it. But once you finish the jumpy puzzle, you're going to get rewarded with the claw, the red nuke, and then you're going to get 20 shards of this Zangyang dragon pet thing once you complete the quest to its completion. And that's like a quest, like it's like a side quest within the side quest in and of itself, because once you complete the jumpy puzzle, you got to go and talk to the smart servant lady, and that's when you get the smart servant shards, I think. And then you take that piece and you bring it back to the statue, and then you complete the statue. Alright, so this right here is the end of the jumping puzzle that I was telling you about. I spent like 40 minutes on this jumping puzzle just to get to the end of it, and it's very difficult, but it's worth it. You get the other horn, and then I think you get the red nuke, and you get the 20 shards for the dragon servant, which I'll show you in just a second. But yeah, you have to do this, and it's really difficult, and it's frustrating. I never wanted to do no... After you do complete the statue, though, you're going to hear this voice, and it's going to direct you to jump down below the statue to this water, and there's going to be, like, this little hole where you talk to this voice, and you eventually find this little droid thing. I mean, you can see it right here in my gameplay. You talk to this droid thing and do this little weird side quest where you, like, look at a bunch of projections or whatnot, and then once you complete that, that's when you go and talk to the smart servant lady that you talked to in the very beginning to get your first smart servant, and then that's when you get the shards and whatever like that, and then that's pretty much the quest of how you complete the statue. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for this video for Tower Fantasy. If it was a help for you, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, and then if you have a question about this or anything else Tower Fantasy related, just drop it down in the comments and I'll try to answer you with a reply, or maybe somebody else who knows the answer will get to you before I do. Either case, just put it down in the comments and you will get your answer eventually. Alright, so I think that's going to be it. I hope this video was a help, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.